Thanks, man. You guys recording right? All right. Well, first, thank you to Mrs. Longo and the flute and saxophone ensemble who are here tonight to do a little performance before our board meeting. So take it away. Thank you.
That was our flute trio, and this is our saxophone quartet, and I wanted to feature these groups because in each one we had one of our all-state senior players. So Ava was our all-state flute player this year and last year, 2 years in a row, and Brian was our all-state alto saxophone player this year, and he has kind of led this group to learn their piece, so.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Longo. Great job, students. We appreciate you coming in tonight with that musical interlude.
Yes, thank you, parents and guardians, for coming tonight. And students, that was amazing. It was very calming. Can you come every night we're doing the budget presentation, please? That would help me at least.
Play through the background of the budget
Yes.
presentation. Fantastic. Ready on the left. All right. Good. Good evening, everybody. I'd like to call to order a regular meeting of the Board of Education of the Goshen Central School District being held on Monday, February 9th, 2026, 6:30 p.m. in the District Administration Building. And for those of you just tuning in, we had Mrs. Longo here this evening with her saxophone and flute ensemble. Thank you again, students. It was a fantastic performance.
To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, so we're going to jump right in here tonight with our first item. Just have a few items to report on here tonight. A couple of these are connected with some thank yous. First and foremost, we've had a huge snowstorm and might be stealing some other points here from some other folks, but our buildings and grounds team, wow, amazing job. I mean, if you've seen some of them out when we were all back to school after that storm, it was like they worked through the night. They put the machines to use. So great job. Thank you to everybody working on the snow removal on that massive storm. The grounds look amazing. So thank you for that. Further down in our agenda here, we have our nominees for our OU BOCES board. Just want to say a quick thank you again to Martha Bogart, who has been giving countless years of service to our district. So thank you very much, Martha. We're always pleased to see your name come across our table, looking for a nomination again for the OU BOCES board. So thank you for that. A few more updates here. This is really kind of some exciting news. A while back, the board put together some of our goals, and one of our goals was to do a full policy audit, to take our entire policy manual and really crosswalk it from one format to another format, working with another consultant. And this required going through every page and every policy that we had in play. So we put together a couple of stats here just to share where we stand right now. Policy has been going on for quite some time. So the board approved back February 6th of 2023 to engage in doing a full policy audit, hiring NISBA. The policy audit began in April of 23. The committee held over 40 meetings for more than 80 hours. Each of the policies were reviewed and crosswalked from the old policy format to the new ones. 450 total policies, over 1,000 pages were read in meetings, reviewed, and ultimately approved and, put back into our new book. In addition to that, there were new regulations manuals that were created and exhibits, 60 of them in total. All of these used in connection with the policies to help the administrative team make the decisions they need to for the happenings of the district from the highest level down to the building level. And that was over 125 pages. Also, there was a new code of conduct, and in conjunction with a stakeholder group, we also put together a new use of school facilities and booster club policies that all required back and forth feedback from community members that were selected and interviewed, that all came to take part in that. So for everybody who participated in that, outside of this room, if you're listening, thank you. It's been a big lift. It's been a tremendous effort. And for everybody who dedicated time, teachers and admins and staff and parents and community members, and students alike. The code of conduct was actually very, very exciting. We had great student feedback. Those were really fantastic stakeholder meetings. Thank you to everyone for helping us to get to where we are now. But I think the biggest thanks in all of this has to go to Mrs. Farrell. Maureen has really, behind the scenes, I think I just need to tell you a little bit of a snapshot of what she does. A policy comes to us. She coordinates with our NYSBA team. She takes their feedback and presents it to us. Well, if there is legal feedback that's needed, or feedback from the superintendent, or either of the assistant superintendents, or possibly one of our directors, she gets their feedback as well in conjunction with Mr. Von Govey. Thank you for that. And then she puts together reference policies from other districts around our size who have done the crosswalk as well, so we can see any type of particular language that they may have implemented, plus the old policy that Goshen had. And she prepares all of this information and sends it out and loads it into our Google Drive, so we have access to it all the time, and sends out reminders. So just running some quick calculations, we've been working on this for about 3 years, and even if Maureen has spent only 5% of her time, 5%, that's nothing. What is 5% of your day? It's still in excess of 500 hours. She stays, she gets the job done, she has all of this prepared. So it has been a tremendous lift. So a massive thank you. Yeah. We now have only 10 policies left. So next time we have a meeting, we have the poppers and they're all going off, it's because the final policies have been approved. So thank you to everybody who has put in tremendous effort to get us to bring our policy into a much more updated format and time frame. So just an update on that. I can't believe we're only 10 policies away from completing this huge goal. So again, thank you, Maureen. Tremendous work you've done to support us in that effort. All right, so one more update here, and we're probably going to talk about this a little bit as well during some of the open agenda items. I just wanted to give you an update on our superintendent search. So last meeting, we decided collectively as a group to go ahead and engage the services of BOCES. And thank you, Billy and Shannon. John, who's not here, they've been having some back and forth conversations with our points of contact over there to really help establish and communicate the timeline, gather information, and really help set our goals as we're moving forward. So I'm going to share a little bit of a timeline on where we stand now, where we're going, and how that looks. So again, thank you to the board members carving out some extra time to coordinate that. All right, so this is an on or about date. So don't quote me on that, but I'll just read through the bullet points we have here. Around February 20th, we have the applications closing for all of those candidates interested in applying for the job. Around the 27th of February, initial screenings will be happening by the search consultants. They'll have that completed. During the week of March 2nd, there'll be consultation meetings with the Board of Ed. During the week of March 9th, there will be stakeholder interviews. So BOCES will have a series of interviews that they will conduct with different stakeholder groups, and they'll guide us through that whole process. And that will happen around the week of the 9th. The week of March 16th will be the board interviews. And then lastly, in April of 26, our goal is to appoint the future full-time superintendent. So that is our timeline. We do have a few items that we will talk about that later, share some of the notes that were taken during that meeting. So there'll be a little bit more about that later on. All right, so that concludes my report tonight. We'll move on to our next item. We have our student representative report, and I didn't miss it this time and skip over you. Francesca Zaccaro.
Hi everyone, good evening. So for tonight, there's not too many updates. At Goshen High School, congratulations to all students on their recent achievements in both the athletics and the arts. For CJ Hooker, congrats to the CJ Hooker art students for their outstanding performance at the Regional Scholastic Arts Awards. At GIS, the talent show auditions have just been announced. Students interested in participating can find sign-up information on the GIS PTO Facebook page. At Scotchtown Avenue, after school club still has open spots. Families can find more information on the SES PTO page. Lastly, it is currently Kindness Week at both CJ Hooker and Goshen High School. Spirit Days and activity information can be found on Parent Square. Thank you and have a good evening.
All right, thank you very much, Francesca. All right, moving on, besides policy, we have an update on that. Do we have any other board member committee reports? All right, fantastic. Policies that were presented, would anybody like to discuss any of them? We good? Policies?
Good.
Fantastic. And again, all of this is thanks to Maureen for loading this stuff, and I'm just gonna say it again, organizing into Google Drive, sending out the emails to let us know the policies are up there, sharing the information from the policy committee, because it wasn't too long ago that we all sat around here and tried to scan through all of these policies that were being presented. This is much more efficient way to do it, so thank you again.
Yes, she makes it look very easy for us, but there's a lot of work behind the scenes.
Lots of improvements and efficiencies through this process, thank you. All right, just had to say that again, I'm sorry. All right, and moving forward now, on to our next item, our interim superintendent's report, Mr. Tom Bon Jovi.
Again, thank you for the students. That was a wonderful performance. I think we should do it every meeting. Now, last month, if you recall, Mr. St. Lawrence gave a kind of a district K-12 update on PE, health, and sports. So we felt this month, I know that sports are a big part of our district, but as big, maybe even bigger part of our district perhaps, is music and the arts. So, and that was really seen, we could see the results of some of our programs, really amazing. So we have Chrissy Bohke here for K-12 art and Kim Longo for K-12 music. So we'll have Chrissy come first, and she's gonna do a presentation on our K-12 art programs. District perhaps is music and the arts. So